Well, how long can we depend on it staying, Doc?
10, 15 minutes?
That's not much time. That's plenty of time if everybody does what he's supposed to do.
For decades, the world saw the Rat Pack as an unbreakable brotherhood, but behind the tuxedos, bright lights, and endless martinis, Sammy Davis Jr. often walked a tightrope few truly understood. While Frank Sinatra ruled Las Vegas with unmatched power, Sammy faced a world that didn't always welcome him, and many believed Sinatra's fierce loyalty wasn't just friendship, it was protection. Their bond began quietly in 1941 backstage in Detroit, when a young Sinatra met a 15-year-old Sammy performing with the Will Maston Trio. What started as a simple introduction slowly grew into a lifelong connection. Years later, when Sammy showed up at Sinatra's CBS radio show in Los Angeles, the friendship picked up as if it had never paused. Sinatra soon used his influence to help Sammy's career, urging him to stop doing impressions and sing in his own voice, a moment that helped shape Sammy into the star he would become. But their friendship was tested by the harsh realities of the era. In 1950, Sammy was turned away from the Copacabana because of his race when he came to see Sinatra perform. When Sinatra learned what happened, he personally made sure Sammy was welcomed back the next night. Moments like that defined their bond. When Sammy suffered a devastating car accident in 1954 that left him with a shattered face and the loss of his left eye, Sinatra quietly stepped in again, covering medical bills and giving him a place to recover until he could return to the stage. As the 1960s arrived and the Rat Pack, Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop, took Las Vegas by storm, their chemistry became legendary. They starred in films like Ocean's 11 and performed wild, unscripted shows at the Sands Hotel that drew crowds from across the country. Yet even during the jokes and laughter on stage, Sammy often carried the weight of racial humor directed at him, something observers still debate today. Still, behind the scenes, Sinatra repeatedly used his power to challenge discrimination, refusing to perform at venues that barred Sammy or treated him unfairly. Their relationship eventually faced a painful fracture in the late 1970s when Sammy struggled with drugs and personal turmoil. Sinatra, who had strict boundaries about that lifestyle, confronted him and eventually cut off contact for several years. The silence devastated Sammy, who had long viewed Sinatra as a mentor and older brother. But time softened the distance. In one unforgettable Las Vegas moment, Sammy surprised Sinatra on stage during a performance, jumping into the spotlight and singing beside him again, a spontaneous reunion that brought the audience to its feet and symbolized the healing of their friendship. When Sammy Davis Jr. died of throat cancer in 1990 at just 64 years old, Sinatra's grief revealed what their bond had truly been. He spoke not like a celebrity remembering a colleague, but like a brother mourning a lifelong friend, saying he wished the world could have known Sammy the way he did. Sinatra canceled shows, attended the funeral, and sat quietly in the front row as Las Vegas dimmed its lights in tribute. In the end, Sinatra confirmed what many had long suspected. Behind the Rat Pack's glamour and swagger was a deep, fiercely loyal friendship that had carried Sammy through some of the hardest moments of his life. Their story wasn't just about fame, music, or Hollywood legend. It was about two men who stood by each other through prejudice, success, conflict, and forgiveness, proving that their brotherhood was far stronger than the spotlight that first brought them together.